Back, got to talk about this as the price of owning a home climbs. Right now, there are two groups getting squeezed out of the American dream.
As 10 Tampa Bay anchor Jamison Euler explains, Millennials and Gen Z adults are moving back home with their parents, hoping to weather the storm of inflated home prices.
Let's take a look. So it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, a little over 2,000 square feet.
Realtor Whitney Lohr proudly walks me through her most recent listing that was perfect for first-time home buyers just 5 years ago when it was brand new.
So this house sold in 2019 to the sellers for $259,000.
Less than 60 months later,
This is Union Park, which is in the heart of Wesley Chapel.
the home now sits available for $475,000.
So what used to be a starter home,
It's not.
not anymore.
No, not at all.
It's a continual problem that has shut out Millennials and Gen Z buyer for years. The housing market flipped upside down during the pandemic. The American dream, a dream now deferred, forcing 1/3 of Gen Z adults to move back in with their parents until housing becomes affordable again.
I think the level of frustration with these generations of being able to obtain home ownership, they just don't see it.
A recent Bankrate study found most millennials want to own a home, but 3/4 said affordability is the biggest obstacle right now.
For them to have to move home, I think it's really been hard because, they're ready to start their next chapters and they just can't afford it.
All right, welcome to my house.
That was the story for Xavier Torres and his wife and 4 kids.
This will be like a perfect size for him.
Currently living with his in-laws and saving up for nearly 2 years, they're now just days away from closing on their brand new D.R. Horton home. But it took some struggle and patience.
Looking for homes in Tampa, but the pricing was just way too crazy over there.
The same floor plan and model in Wesley Chapel that Whitney showed us, priced at $475,000, just 30 minutes north in Spring Hill, she was able to get for nearly $350,000 for Xavier and his family.
And now look at this space.
It's just one of the creative ways Laura told me realtors must come up with these days to make a buyer's dream a reality in a tough housing market, including getting more bang for their buck further away from Tampa.
And that's why we're becoming creative with the market that we're in right now. Now's the time that we can ask sellers, hey, can you help pay my closing costs? So they still have some cash in the bank when they move in, or can you pay my interest rates? We're getting really creative in what we're able to do.
That's exactly what Torres was able to do, getting help with his closing costs and a reduced mortgage rate from D.R. Horton.
Dream all along was just getting a home for my family and my kids, just to see them playing in the backyard, having their own rooms and their space to do what they love. That's what brings joy into my life. So.
A recent study by RentCafe.com found a huge migration of first-time home buyers to cities like Northport and Lakeland, 2 areas that provide a much longer commute, but a lot more affordability for Millennials and Gen Z. In the studio, I'm Jamison Euler, 10 Tampa Bay.